We would love to see you right here in historic Studio D.
It was very interesting, very meaningful. It's the first time I really seen it.
So come be a part of our studio audience and join the hundreds of others who have already paid us a visit.
So fascinating. It was wonderful. What a great experience.
I think it was fun. Audience participation, I think, is always a good thing.
To book your seat, give us a call or send us an email. We'll see you soon.
You know what else is exciting? At least it was for me, the first day of school. I always love the new clothes, the new shoes, the brand new school supplies. I can almost smell the unsharpened number 2 pencils in the pencil box. Okay, that was kind of strange, but getting your child prepared for the first day, it's about more than buying a bunch of new stuff. And it needs to start now. And with more on that, our Colby Noble, Somerset County Teacher of the Year, and Christy Briggs, Teacher of the Year for Wicomico County. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, and congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
So the enthusiasm, I know not everybody has that enthusiasm, but you do see a lot of it on that first day of school, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are always ready to come back and just, I think, mostly be with their friends at first, and then you know, the newness of the school year is they're always excited.
Yeah, yeah. You just wish you could keep that excitement going through it. Is that a challenge to sustain that?
Yes, they're very excited the first few weeks, but then it gets into the day-to-day routine, just like as adults with jobs, and then the newness and excitedness kind of dissipates a little bit. But we do our best to keep it exciting and interesting for them.
Yeah. Okay, so we mentioned school supplies. It's important to get those school supplies, the earlier the better, right?
Yes. There are some specifics that you wait till like your back to school night to get, but things like pencils and paper and folders are just the basics that every child is going to need and use every single day, and those have to be replenished over the course of the year as well. But it's great to have all of those.
Yeah, it's always good to get them because sometimes they run out.
Yes.
I know we've gone through the list,
Yes.
and you want to get those composition notebooks early. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about talking to your child about the first day of school. It's important to have that dialogue, isn't it?
Yes. I'm a mother of 3 myself, so as a teacher and a mother, I think that, you know, when I sit down with my kids on the first day, 2 of which will attend school this year, I definitely want to talk to my children, and I hope all parents talk to their children about just making good choices, being kind. School is a great place to be, but it can also at times be, you know, for some kids maybe, you know, not typical of what a parent would want maybe that experience to be. So, you know, I like to talk to my own children just about being kind and making sure that, you know, the kids that they're around, that they know they're on their side, and just kind of, you know, avoiding situations that, you know, they want to avoid, and standing up for kids.
And keeping positive about the school year, that's important too, isn't it?
Right, because every year is fresh. It's a fresh start, and we are blessed that we live in a society where all children can go to school and be educated, and there aren't places all over the world that do that, and they're really in charge of their own destinies. The positive attitude, the work ethic, putting forth their best effort, and being friends and kind to others, respecting authority, all of those things will help them go very far in their education.
And that includes setting goals, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What kind of goals? Do like academic goals, social goals?
I think both. You know, depending on, you know, the child or the student. I think it's important to set a goal of something that your child might specifically need to work on. So if it's an academic goal, you know, if you want to be a better reader, then certainly, you know, setting academic goals, and of course socially, you know, if you want to make some friends or you know, do things in the community, maybe volunteer, things like that. Just, you know, whatever the specific need is, I think, to improve on.
Okay, so as parents, we need to talk to our children, but we also need to be in contact with the teacher as early as possible. Is that right?
Yes. Every teacher in Wicomico, and I'm sure in Somerset as well, have an email address. And in today's times, email is usually the quickest way to reach your child's teacher and have that dialogue. And you can have daily dialogue with your child's teacher that way. There's also a parent portal in both counties as well, where parents can check their children's grades at any point in time. They can check their attendance, they can check all of those things and kind of keep on top of it and keep that dialogue open, so that it's proactive as opposed to reactive, so that you're always aware of what's happening in your child's education.
And another great thing, another suggestion you had made is to go to the back to school nights. A lot of the schools have those.
As far as I know, just about every school would have a back to school night. I think it's great, that the kids especially see that the parents and the teachers are kind of on the same page. Everybody has the best interests of the children in mind, and when the kids see that and the kids see that the teachers and parents value their relationship, I think it kind of sets a tone for a good school year.
It also gives them a dry run too.
Right, and it's a positive first impression without the stress of school, and they get to see their classroom, especially if it's a brand new building to the child. They can do a little tour, meet some of the staff, ease some of those anxieties of the first day, and ease parent anxieties as well over who's going to be working with my child this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I know my son is staying up until the wee hours of the morning and sleeping until noon, so this is probably a good time to get him on a school sleep schedule.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My kids have been camped out in our living room all summer pretty much, just having a blast, which is important. I'm a huge advocate of having fun during the summer, but I think now is a great time to kind of get back in a routine and kind of, make those habits, change those habits now.
Yeah.
Start weaning them back to an earlier bedtime and an earlier wake-up time.
But that doesn't mean an early into summer. We want to take advantage of every moment we
Absolutely.
have.
Yes.
All right, Christy and Colby, thank you so much. Very important information. Good luck with your upcoming school year.
Thank you.
Well, part of getting back to school is getting the school supplies and new clothes, but that isn't always easy for some families on Delmarva. And Jimmy is with someone who decided to help by launching a shoe drive for students. Jimmy?
Lisa, it's called Bless the Child. It's a back-to-school sneaker drive, and we are happy to welcome founder Armand Dashiell and founder of Lost Kings, Raymond Farrar, to Delmarva Life Today. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
This is an incredible project that you've got going on. Armand, what inspired you to start this?
Well, I understand that this time around the school year, it's kind of tough for parents and households, whether it be a single parent household or whether it be a father and mother. It is tough because you have other obligations, so we just wanted to give back.
How'd you get involved, Raymond?
Got involved because me and Armand are acquaintance in Cambridge, Maryland, and I started the Lost Kings, and that's bringing awareness to helping kids in any way possible. So we just brought it together and started a shoe drive.
For a project like this, you really have to depend on the giving spirit of others, don't you? How's that worked out for you?
Well, so far it's actually been a blessing. We've actually seen what I call agape love. People are coming together and they're really catching on really fast. So it's really blowing my mind right now.
So it really makes a difference.
Yes.
Why is this so important to you guys?
Well, as far as for me, I grew up in a single parent household, so I understand the trying times, especially around this time of the year. So I wanted to try to shift that a little bit, and I partnered with Lost Kings as well as some others, and we're making it do what it do.
And it's happening.
Yes.
So how can we, the community, help you?
You start by just reaching out, assisting kids, and letting the kids know that as the community, we're behind them, we're standing behind you. And for this project, you can reach out to me, myself, or Armand on Facebook and Instagram if you want to give a donation.
Okay, all right, and we will be sure to put that information on our website, delmarvalife.com. So how can people get a hold of you if they need the help?
Well, if they need the help, we actually have a call number. We have a number online that we've been sharing through social network, but they can call a number. It's 202-627-0529, and once they call, there's an answering service that takes their message and we get back to them.
So we'll have that on the website as well. Are these some of the shoes that have gone through Bless the Child, or is this part of the project for?
Yeah, this is part of the project. This is the ones that we've collected so far, and the different types of ones are going to certain individuals that exceeds in academics and sports and everything like that. So we want to reach as many kids as possible, but for the child that is exceeding,
right,
despite their circumstances, we want to give more to them to say, hey, we see what you're doing and keep doing it.
Yes.
Raymond, Arma, thank you so much for what you do and the difference that you are making in children's lives. It's incredible. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Now, if you'd like to know more, be sure to go to DelmarvaLife.com to find out how. Now, something as simple as giving another person a pair of shoes can change a life. That goes for a lot of giving gestures. Guess what? Still ahead on Delmarva Life, how one group is using that philosophy to help those who may have ended up in a cycle of bad choices, and how you can help too. And a little bit later on, sometimes a note of encouragement is all somebody needs to give them that extra lift in life. We're going to talk with etiquette expert Grace Foxwell Murdoch about the power of the pen and the paper. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.